Welcome to the listening window, where you can practice English by listening, repeating, and slowly falling into a story. Today's tale is called The Clockmaker's Secret. It follows a young woman who inherits her grandfather's abandoned workshop. But inside that dusty place full of gears and ticking clocks, she finds a hidden room that was never on the floor plan and a machine that should never exist. Repeat after every sentence. And don't forget, you can read and practice the full script by clicking the link in the description. Let's begin. My name is Eliza, and I never wanted to inherit anything. When my mother passed, I received nothing but a box of photographs and her old wedding ring. That felt right. That felt like closure. But when my grandfather died, I inherited everything. Not just his savings and his dusty cottage on the edge of Windermere, but also his clockmaking workshop. And that was a place no one in the family ever talked about. He was known in our small town as the Tinker. They said he could repair anything with gears. But some said he also made things he wasn't supposed to. I'd only been there once as a child. I remember the smell of oil, copper, and smoke. Clocks ticking in every direction, but all ticking out of sync. I remember being afraid, but I couldn't say why. The day I received the keys, I stood outside that old building with peeling red paint and a sign that read, "Time mended here." And time did feel broken inside. The clocks were all still there on the walls, the shelves, even hanging from the ceiling. Not one of them ticking. Not one of them set to the right time. It was like stepping into a paused world. I planned to clean the place, sell what I could, and be done with it. But then I found the letter. It was tucked beneath the floorboards under the workbench, wrapped in cloth, written in my grandfather's handwriting, dated just 1 week before he died. "Eliza, if you've found this, it means you've come to the shop. Do not trust the ticking. Do not fix the broken clock on the back wall. And above all, never wind the one with no hands. They are not meant for you." That night, I didn't sleep. But of course, I went back. Something in me needed to know what he meant. The clock with no hands was easy to find. It stood alone on a marble pedestal in the back corner. Jet black. Heavy. A pendulum beneath it, but no ticking. And something about it felt wrong. Its face was blank. No numbers. Just a smooth, black circle like obsidian. I left it alone for now. I began sorting tools and dusting shelves. Most of the clocks were broken or frozen in time. But as I cleared the back wall, I realized there was more behind the shelves. A gap between the wood. And when I leaned in, I felt air. A draft. There was a hidden door. It took me an hour to find the latch. When I pulled it, the shelves creaked outward. Behind it, a narrow stone staircase leading downward. My heart was racing, but I descended. The air grew colder with every step. At the bottom, there was a metal door, bolted shut, but not locked. Inside was a room with no lights, no windows, and one single object in the middle. A table, and on it, a machine I couldn't begin to understand. It looked like a cross between a gramophone and an orrery, with spinning arms and tiny gears that clicked even though it had no power. There was a single chair in front of it. And behind the table, another letter. This machine records time, not as it passes, but as it folds. Do not sit unless you are ready to remember what hasn't happened yet. I should have walked away, but I didn't. I sat. The moment I did, the machine hummed. The arms began to spin. I felt a pulse through the seat, like time itself was vibrating beneath me. And then I saw myself in the shop, but older, hair streaked with silver, speaking to someone who looked like me, but wasn't me. I blinked. The vision was gone. I stood up, shaking. The machine went still. I ran out. For days I tried to convince myself it was just stress, that I imagined it. But the visions continued. Every time I sat in that chair, I saw moments I'd never lived. Yet, a wedding, a funeral, a man whispering secrets in my ear, and then a version of myself locking that same door from the inside. Then came the night I saw something worse. The clock with no hands ticking, spinning backwards, faster and faster until it shattered into black dust. And I was nowhere to be seen. I left the shop for a week after that, but the dreams wouldn't stop. I started losing time, waking up in the workshop with no memory of going there. Once, I found new tools on the table that I never purchased. Another time, one of the broken clocks had been repaired. I was working while asleep. Or was it someone else? One night, I woke up to find the hidden room open. The chair, warm, and on the machine, my necklace, the one I always wore. I was becoming someone else. Or maybe she was becoming me. I packed my bags, left the town, put the shop up for sale, but no one would buy it. And the clocks? They all started ticking again, on their own. Now, wherever I go, I hear ticking. I hear her voice in my sleep. And last week, I found a letter in my own handwriting that I do not remember writing. Eliza, you should have never sat in the chair. But now that you have, there's only one way forward. Finish the loop, or lose yourself in the echo. I don't know who I am anymore, but I know this. Some clocks don't tell time. They tell stories. And once they start ticking, they never stop. Thank you for listening to this story on the listening window. Now, I want to hear from you. Pause the story right after Eliza finds the hidden staircase. What do you think she should have done next? Should she have destroyed the machine? Left without ever going down? Or maybe, was she meant to become someone else all along? Drop your alternate ending in the comments below. I'll be reading and replying to the most mysterious ones. And if you'd like to read and practice this full story, click the link in the description to download the full script. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for more haunting tales and English speaking practice. See you next time behind the listening window.